She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.
First off, I want to say that this video is sponsored by the bottle of vitamins that I spilled in my floor earlier, and now they are in the garbage. So originally, I don't even know what is on the screen right now. It's gonna be something, because originally I was going to film all of this in one day. It was gonna be one shot stop and that was gonna be it, but my plan didn't really work out, and I eventually realized that I need to upgrade my computer, which I don't feel like doing, but I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer, the processor, the RAM, whatever that stuff is that goes on the inside. I don't know, but it all needs to be upgraded, and then who cares? But yeah, okay, so if I finally have it on the screen, it should be there now. I am super excited about this build because I have been holding off on this since, well, God, I keep forgetting the days. Time just goes by so fast now. I don't know what day it is, what month it is half the time, but I've been holding off on this since my last video. But I was working on the CC months ago, but then I had to stop because of work, and then I got like body injuries and I was moving like an old person. Everything was just a hot mess. But originally, I think what made this build, I didn't even explain what it is. This was inspired by one of my favorite Instagram girls, which I think she goes by her original name now, but you may know her as the Tassel Fairy, who had like the most amazing apartment on Instagram. But I think there was a lot of drama with Lisa Frank, and it was all just a sad story. She had to move out. That's all I know. I don't have like a wiki page, but you should follow her on Instagram. She's very inspiring and colorful and fun, and I think that a lot of people like myself enjoy her. But I wanted to make her apartment in The Sims, and I think the only hard part about it is that originally I was also gonna do Lisa Frank, but then I remembered her and I was like, do we really want to do Lisa Frank if they're scamming people? I don't know. I might do it in the future because I do still enjoy their items, but I felt so shady about to do an apartment on them, and I'm like, I don't know, but it's all negative. We will move, we will digress, and we will move on. But yes, this apartment was inspired by her, and I think the hardest part about it was maybe finding things that kind of represent what was in her apartment so it didn't look a complete hot mess. I think I spent probably 4 hours. It probably was shorter than that, probably maybe 4 or 3 hours, I don't know, who remembers, finding CC. But it's okay, I did have some saved on my computer, so it wasn't a total wreck. But I think I did fairly good. I did fairly good for this all to be filmed in one day, because usually I will kind of practice. I'm not even gonna lie, I will practice building before I actually build, so I can kind of have a layout, and that is normally why it takes me forever to do anything. But I was all like, I'm gonna film it in one day and who cares, and if it works out, that is great, and if it doesn't, I don't know what to tell myself. And I think it went pretty good. I am not gonna go back and add anything, because who's got time for that? That is why it takes me forever to do anything now, but that is okay. It is there's nothing wrong with a little effort and everything. I will say the only thing I was really worried about is, I think when you look at her apartment, I think she actually moved. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I do think she did have to move because of the drama. There was like some things that went down, so I do think that with her classic apartment that she was famous for, there are key components like this art wall, which I think a lot of people kind of look at her apartment, and that's like something that I don't know, it's just like one of those those hotspots that you see on Google, and you will be like, oh, that's her apartment. And also like the rainbow splatter wall that was shown a while ago, which I think I also put some of that wallpaper in the bedroom. The kitchen is also, I think, another hotspot, another hot picture that people look at and they recognize like that's her apartment, because I've never seen anyone have a rainbow kitchen like this. I don't know if I could live in there. I would visit, but I could not live in there. It's too much. Surprisingly, I'm more of a bohemian type of interior decorating gal, but colorful, you know, I'll pay a visit, but we cannot stay there forever. And then the floral wallpaper, I don't even remember what color her kitchen was, but I just thought the floral wallpaper was cute. I just wanted to use it, so I threw it in there, and surprisingly it worked. And I don't build that much in apartments in The Sims 4. I think it's mainly because the camera angles, they always move kind of shaky and weird, and I hate it. So I want to say the city is my least lived in area when I play, but I do visit and cause a lot of chaos, but I will not live there. It's too annoying. Let's see what else. And then there's rugs. I didn't know what to really do with the rugs. I tried to add them and they didn't really make sense sometimes, but we made it work out. Yeah, and I think that is about it. Oh, the cool part about the kitchen, I don't do this until the end, but my favorite part is all of the little, she has a bunch of ponies on the top of the cabinet, and I think I added that last. I used a bunch of like teddy bears because I couldn't find ponies that were rainbow, but it's super cute, and I think that's one of my favorite parts of the kitchen, because who has a bunch of cute ponies on their kitchen cabinets? I don't know anyone who does, but I thought that was like the best part. And yeah, and then I did create a little bit of CC recolors, I think, just so I can have like those key parts that a lot of people love about, well, I love about her apartment. Another key favorite part of her apartment that I loved was her wall that was filled with so many bags. Now unfortunately there are not a lot of CC creators that have made wall decor bags, so I did use some of my older favorites from like In a Bad Romance, and then I just threw like some clothing from around The Sims 4. I'm so happy they had it in rainbow, because that made it even better, because her style is very like rainbow pastel, so that made it even easier. Then I found like some bags to put on display shelves, because I'm like, we have to make it work, and surprisingly it worked, and I really liked it. It was super cute when it was all said and done. Yeah, using some older bags, I think I added more. Yes, I did add more. There we go, I put more, and it looks a lot more full, a lot cooler. But if you do see a picture of it on Google, she has a lot of cooler bags. They kind of look 3D-ish, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of wish I had them, but I don't know. I buy a lot of the same color bags. They're always like brown leather bags from like Kohl's or Target, and it's so silly because I'm like, they all kind of look the same, but they're not exactly. That's neither here nor there. And then as far as the bed, I honestly don't remember what her bed looks like. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I don't remember what it looks like. I don't even think I looked at her bed. I'm just kind of going off what I thought it should look like, but I just made it very rainbowy, and I used like an old blanket and pillow recolor that I used. I hope I uploaded that. If I didn't, I will. And I just kind of winged it, which is kind of what I did with the whole thing, but that's okay. I winged it. It worked out perfectly, and no one judged me for it. I think it looks okay. And then I'm adding, I don't know why I added those lights. Those sandals are so tacky. What was I thinking? But they're there. And then I have these little paper cranes, and my game was lagging. It was a hot mess. It's what I deserve for not doing anything. And I think that is about it. I do know that I put some finished. Yep, I can't talk. I put some last minute touches on everything off camera, but it wasn't a lot. I think sometimes I go overboard with the clutter, and I'm trying to cut back on the filming all of that, so I will kind of jump cut when that happens. But other than that, that is pretty much it. And once this is done, we will hop into the game, and instead of screenshots, I will try to show you video of what it looks like. So I will see you there. Alright, you guys, so we have loaded up the game. I thought I would load it up to kind of show you some screenshots in motion. The kitchen here, and I don't know what my sim is doing. And then you have the entrance. I don't know about the mailbox or the garbage can because I don't live in the city, so I honestly have no idea how that works, but you can totally fix that up on your own. And yeah, this is pretty much the apartment. Very colorful and comfortable. You can use my builds for your own storyline or pictures if you just kind of like doing photo shoots in The Sims. I don't know, whatever your prerogative is. You don't have to put this on a apartment lot. You can build from it, put it on a a regular little suburban area. You can turn it into a museum, a nightclub, I don't know, whatever floats your boat. You can also tag me on Tumblr. I will reblog anything that you use of mine in your build or you want me to see or other people to see. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Anywho, I hope you have a good week. I love you guys. Bye.
Of all the games we could have played, we chose to play like in love. I said I loved you, baby. You said you loved me, baby. But that was the thing to say to ease the pain from games we played.
Pastel below fish to go. Rock poppers long past the road. Sin long cat, long cact again. Shell them on being on who I am. Side shit life out the door. But gon' show someone I'ma feed they shit. Shine low being feed the road.